Yeah, so this is my Superman and Lois review of season two. Um, now is was this better than season one? Mm, some aspects, yes. Some aspects, no. Um, I do like the concept of this season compared to last season. I think the concept of season one, and I understand why they did it because they want to stay, in that realm because it worked before in Man of Steel, it worked before, and etc., etc. Smallville. Let's keep doing that. This one, they did something different with the Bizarro world, and I actually like what they did here. It was a little bit different. I like the take they did, because a lot of fans who knew Bizarro World is from the comics, and they never thought it would be expanded upon for almost a whole season. A doppelganger of Lois Lane, a Bizarro of Lois Lane, Bizarro of Superman, and Bizarro of his kids, and it was real cool to see that and play out the way it did. Um, the show gets better and better. Each episode got better and better. The writing, the storytelling, the actors, even the kids this season were a hell of a lot better than the last season. Jordan with his love life was still an issue, but it wasn't like a bad issue. And I didn't compare the last season wasn't that bad either. I still enjoyed it. Um, but it was like weird. Um, I will say this though, this season was a lot of truths. Especially the last five episodes, there were a lot of truths. Um, Pretty much Superman's identity is known to most of the main core characters, like Alana or like um her family per se, most of her family, not all of them, but like the main core characters per se. And that was interesting. I didn't think that was going to happen. Well, no, well, yeah, and then there was another character too. I don't know why she needed to know, but I was like, whatever. I think that's going to come back and bite Lois later. Hers definitely. Clark's not so much, but we'll see next season. They set up next season with Mr. Mannheim, I believe, the inner game. Now, if you know about the inner game, when there's an inner game, there's apocalypse. When there's apocalypse, there's dark side. So for them to even play with the inner game, that's interesting. So that's gonna be fun to see. Because if there's inner gang and they got that, all we need to see is one technology. It's apocalypse. We may not see Darkseid next season, but we'll see somebody from that damn planet. If it's Granny Goodness or somebody, um, and if they're doing that, they're really setting it up. Um, I would like to see more other villains in here, and this is the thing I like about the show is it's a Superman show, not an Arrow show. It's a Superman show. So we're getting a lot of like bizarre like stories with Superman, which you Superman fan, and I love that. Um, like I said, I would like to see Metallo down the road. I would like to see Lex, because from what I was reading, in one of the articles, and I will probably put the link in the description box below or whatever, you guys can check it out. Or if you guys want me to talk about it too, I'll talk about it. Is this is not set in the same verse of the Arrowverse. This is set in a different universe or multiverse. So pretty much Superman is the only hero alive in his world. There's no Flash, there's no Arrow, there's no nothing. The John Diggle you see is a different Diggle. He's not the one from the other verse. That's why, like, when you see him, it's like, and he's supposed to have the ring. It's a different version. It's a different version because a lot of people were saying it was a different. However, season one they did make reference, but I guess I think they're starting to get rid of the Arrowverse per se, and which is a good thing because I think it ran its course. Um, and yeah, that show Justice U might have a new premise too because they may rework some stuff because it seemed like they're trying to not eradicate but move away from the Arrowverse, which is good because the Flash, I stopped watching that shit. That got like horrendous. DC Legend of Tomorrow was running its course to you. You couldn't do too much with that shit. I mean, my God. I mean, how many Doctor Who episodes you can do? Um, but this is good. This is great quality. Like the problem I had with the show, and this is not the show itself. It's just the breaks. They had too many breaks. Like we had one episode or two episodes in, they'll take like a 4 or 5 week break. Then we'll have another episode and they'll take those breaks were killer. And I think that's really what's been hurting the show too for a lot of fans, including myself, is like stop taking breaks. Let the show run its course and you'll have a good that's how shows supposed to be. I'm advocate of moving that shit to the HBO Max. Move it. Just let drop five, one half, drop the other 5 weeks from now, drop the other five. If y'all want to do that, that's better because this shit here is getting ridiculous. This I don't like these breaks. I don't like the breaks, especially for 1 episode or 2 episodes. I really you drop five, break, come back, five, break. That's better. You're giving me five in one. HBO Max may be the place it needs to go because CW is not. Let's be honest, CW is not going to last anyway, so they need to move it. But arguably, this is a fantastic show. One of the best DC shows out there, and arguably one of the best superhero shows out there to date. Um, so I think season one was for me was an 8 or a 9. This is about the same rating again. It was fantastic. I had no issues with this. I love it as a Superman fan. This is great. Um, I can't believe I'm saying this. The actor who plays Clark King and Superman, Tyler. I got his last name. I don't want to butcher it. He's good. He's very good. I didn't think he was because it's the writing. It's always the writing. It's the writing, the delivery, the presentation, the way he's written here, the way he's presented it here, the way the writing is perfect. This show is fan effing tastic, hands down, the best. Now moving on from here is what was I about to talk about? I'm probably gonna wait because it's still too early to say if it's better than Smallville or not. Um, I said 2 seasons, then I could say it. But I could compare 2 seasons of Superman. Like I compare Smallville season one to Superman Lois season one. Lois season one was better. Season two, um, I still think Superman Lois out. If it hits it for a third season, then I would say it's the better one because you need three, and then to me you're out. Three, you're out. But arguably it is, and I think it's just the writing and just the characters. Even Lois Lane, the actress, I'm not a big fan of her. She did a pretty good job this season. Lana definitely won me over this season. I think she was probably a well more written character than last season. I really like Lana anyway because I like the actress. And she did a great job too. Like I said, the kids were good too. So I mean, I have no complaints. Just the damn breaks is my only complaints with it. And I would love to see what they do with that. If they do the inner game, then yeah. Which is interesting how one Mr. Uh, is connected to the John Henry death in here with the inner game, which is kind of cool to see that. So I would love to see how that play out. Um, but yeah, so pretty much if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It's arguably one of the best shows out there when they're running it on a consistent basis. Is this the best superhero show that's came out thus far this year? I would say yes. Um, I won't say this year, but you could say for this year, yeah, it was still one of the best superhero show running. Moon Knight was okay, but it wasn't like my cup of tea. Um, and I will talk about that Obi-Wan in a minute. I got a lot to say about Obi-Wan, but yeah, as always, guys, like, subscribe, peace, have a Johnson day. See you guys in the next video.